Welcome back. It is a Wednesday morning. Hope you're having a good start to your day. It's going to be a cold one out there. 25 in Cleveland, 25 in Dayton, 23 in Altamont. So another below freezing morning. That's kind of been the trend here over the last really several weeks. It's been a cold January thus far. Temperatures this afternoon not going to be that bad, similar to yesterday, anywhere from the low 40s the further north you go to the mid to upper 40s the further south you go into Georgia and parts of Alabama. So all in all, it's going to be a pretty typical January day, cold in the morning and chilly in the afternoon, but no active weather. So no rain, no sleet, no snow here across the southeast. So if you're traveling out to Knoxville, Atlanta, or just locally, things are looking a-okay, but there is some rain on the way. So it's going to warm up the next couple of days, and we're about to go on a roller coaster. That's the best way to put it. We're going to have the clouds moving in late Friday. It's going to stay dry for your Friday, but notice this rain moving in during the overnight hours and early Saturday morning. Could be heavy by the time you wake up if you're an early riser on Saturday, but fortunately this is a pretty quick moving system, and by the afternoon we'll start to dry out a little bit. Still could be a few lingering showers and generally going to be dreary throughout the day, but then that Arctic air going to start to work in behind this front. We could have some snow across portions of the Smoky Mountains and maybe even the plateau by the time we get into your Sunday. Could be a light flurry or two in the valley as well, but it is going to turn colder. But before it turns colder, we are going to pick up a nice inch or so of rain across portions of North Alabama, North Georgia, maybe even Southeast Tennessee. So good soaker on the way, and everything that falls Saturday is going to be plain old rain. And then things could get a little more interesting next week. The big headline is going to be the bitterly cold air. This would be the coldest air we've had so far. So if you thought last week was cold, it's going to be even colder, especially Monday, Tuesday into your Wednesday. So with that cold air in place, I'm watching the 21st and 22nd, which will be next Tuesday and Wednesday, for the potential of some wintry weather somewhere across the southeast. Does that mean it's going to impact us here in the Tennessee Valley? Still a little unclear, but it is something that we're going to watch. Below normal temperatures going to be in place for pretty much the entire country moving into next week. So that Arctic air going to get pulled down straight from Canada. It is going to be bitterly cold to our north, and that cold air is going to drop all the way to the south. That begins to move in Sunday. Look at these wind chills. So this is Sunday around 10, dropping into the single digits with that wind coming out of the north gusting to 20 with the already cold air in place. Now Monday morning, that morning commute is going to be brutal. We're talking wind chill values in the single digits, maybe even dropping below zero, and even during the afternoon it's going to feel like it's in the teens all day long, and Tuesday morning we're going to be back at it. So this is going to be dangerously cold temperatures and wind chills for us. You do not want to be outside for long periods of time, and if you're an outside worker, Tuesday, Monday, maybe even into Wednesday, you're going to want to have layer on layer on layer, because it is going to be bitterly cold, because the wind chill, of course, is going to be close to zero here in the valley, but those highs only get to top out around 28 on Monday and 30 on Tuesday. So enjoy these next several days of temperatures in the 50s, because the bottom's really going to start to drop out. And then next week, we're also tracking a low pressure that could form. So the southern branch of the jet stream is still going to be pretty active, but the question is, how far south does that cold air push? Because the further south it goes, you're looking at a storm track in the open waters of the Gulf of Mexico, and that could lead to some winter weather in the deep south, but it would be cold and dry here. If that track is a little bit further to the north and that cold air doesn't penetrate as far south, then we could have more wintry weather possible here next Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's still a little bit unclear, but these are just some of the possibilities we're looking at. Again, that's still about a week in advance, but we want to keep you updated here. Here's a look at today. 47, mostly sunny and pleasant. Not bad at all compared to what's coming early next week. Tonight going to drop back below freezing. That's kind of been the trend over the last 2 weeks. And then looking ahead to your next 7 days. Again, warming up Thursday, Friday, Saturday, rain, especially Saturday morning. Sunday is when you're really going to start to feel the chill coming back into play. And then Monday, Tuesday, I'd probably just stay inside because it's going to be bitterly cold.
That's brutal cold.
Yeah, I mean, I remember.
Have we had one?
Was it 2 Christmases ago where it got down to, you remember that? It was just bitterly cold. Maybe similar to that.
Okay.
So just be prepared.
Get you some ski goggles, face masks and
A
stuff.
little bit of everything, yeah.
Yeah, all right, thanks, Clay.